Hey, welcome back. In tonight's Future of Everything, if you thought OpenAI was already, I don't know, trying to eat Google's lunch, well, now they are officially in the standalone web browser game, unveiling today ChatGPT Atlas, which is only available to macOS users so far. And if you want to, you've got to download it and, of course, use a ChatGPT login. So basically, start your search engines, because we've got this new ChatGPT Atlas in one lane versus Google Chrome, which uses Gemini AI, versus Microsoft's Edge, which uses Copilot AI. So which should you use to search out your world? And yes, full disclosure, I did use AI to make this image, but I used Grok in the effort of objectivity because of the whole search engine thing. Anyways, let's get straight over to NBC News tech contributor Joanna Stern. So Joanna, what can Atlas do here that separates it from Google Chrome or Edge?
I'm very impressed with what you just did there. So impressed. Well, look, you're totally right about starting your engines, your search engines. I'm just recovering from that pun, so I'm now able to focus on the question you asked me. But so this is the new frontier. We had chatbots. We then have seen it move into search, and now we are seeing it move into the web browser. And that is a natural fit because so much of what people have started to do in chatbots is search the web, is get information. So why not combine that chatbot and that more advanced AI right into the web browser? You asked which is the best and which one you should use. I mean, frankly, it's whatever chatbot that you've started to use. And that's what you're seeing from these companies, right? Yep. If you've started to use Microsoft Copilot and you happen to use Edge, well, then you're going to go there. If you are a huge user of ChatGPT, well, now you've got an answer. You've got Atlas, which they released today, though just to Mac users. They'll be coming to more platforms. If you're a Perplexity user, you might use Comet, and so on and so on.
It's so funny because, you know, so many people I've talked to are like, no, I don't use AI, but they Google stuff, which uses Gemini. And it's interesting because OpenAI has already been such a huge threat to search. And then when we Google something on Google, Gemini has given us those summaries. Like, I imagine all of that is cutting so deeply into ad sales and into that entire revenue model. So I wonder for like OpenAI, besides the subscription model, like, what's on the business end, like money making part of all of this? Is this now just a let's just throw as much compute and throw as much value for the user into this as possible and like worry about profitability later? Or like, are they making money from this?
Well, look, they're not making money yet, and Sam Altman, the CEO, has been pretty clear on that. But this is all building towards what they hope is going to be a business model. And consumer, obviously, is a small fraction or a fraction of what they want to do, right? These are consumer browsers. But you can see that they are absolutely building an ad product here. I mean, the number of things they've announced over the last couple of months are starting to add up. And what you see here is going for the browser. I mean, that is where you are going to be getting the most information for people. That's a big sell to advertisers to say, hey, we have now a captive audience. They're shopping here. I mean, we even saw a shopping announcement from them a couple of weeks ago. They've had so many announcements. It's hard to remember. And all of that is building up to a bigger business model that I believe will lean on subscriptions, which they currently have, but also advertising.
And I'm kind of jealous because I don't have a MacBook with me. So I tried to download it on my iPad, couldn't get it to work. But have you taken this thing out for a quick spin? Like, what does it feel like?
Look, I'm actually a big user of Perplexity's Comet browser. I've been using that all summer, and I've done some crazy things in that. I mean, this is where you really start to unlock a lot of what AI, where they talk about this agentic AI, where it can go out and do things for you. I've been just kind of kicking the tires right now on the new Atlas browser. So let
me pause it right there, man. Let me give you my intake on this, man. You know, I'm a youngin'. She a little older. So let me give you the young head perspective that y'all need to hear. So she likes Perplexity. You know, I realized that the older people actually like Perplexity, and they like they've been fucking with Copilot, the Microsoft Edge, in I guess because they use for business purposes and stuff. And you know, like the more younger people are using Grok for that's you know, Tesla or Elon Musk Twitter or X. And for me, my generation, you know, the 25 to 28, 32-year olds, we probably messing with the ChatGPT. Man, I actually compared Gemini to ChatGPT, and it's a night and day, bro. I'm so glad that OpenAI made this move right now, because how I see it right now is that and it made sense why, because you got to think about it. Even though Copilot is Microsoft, Microsoft has given billions of dollars, maybe hundreds of billions of dollars to OpenAI. You know what I'm saying? They know what's up. They divide and they want a piece of that, because this is basically like a Google, right? Let's put that in aspect. This is basically like a Google. So imagine a brand new Google out, a Google that never existed, and then it just randomly gets up there, and it's up there like that. Imagine you invest in Google at the beginning, before Google was Google, and then it's who it is now. This is why I think Nvidia and Microsoft invested so much money into them. Yes, they're not profitable, but whoever came up with this idea to be a web browser, oh man, that was genius, because you just became the ultimate threat to all these big companies, including Google. Because what do? You search for something, sponsored people will be at the top. You can put things in front of people's face that you want them to see, and that's how you're going to be sponsored. And immediately you'll make all your money back, just like Google makes its money back. You know, because that's the only reason they're not funded, is because there's no sponsors putting any money in their pockets. So they've just been given good quality without any revenue, pretty much any profit, which I like. And then they're giving it for free. And then it's really informative, and it actually helps people with great information. Now you put that in the web browser, man, we got something going. Now I trust this web browser to do what I need it to do. It will literally find the website. You probably ask ChatGPT to do something. It'll link it to Atlas. Atlas finds the websites, finds the information on those websites, and directly brings it to you. Might even put the information in for you and create the whole nine for you right in your face. It'll control your computer for you. Way more than Google can do. And I heard the argument that a lot of people don't want another AI, someone taking their data. Yeah, everyone already has your data. Why be private now? You know what I'm saying? Google has had your data, shared your data. Safari has took your data, hid your data. And that's another thing. Let's go to Safari. Safari is already MacBook. They already got an audience. Why don't they just embed and hurry up and get AI inside their stuff? I know they have Apple Intelligence, but they should have a web browser intelligence as well. You got to utilize this at any ask point, because if you're late to this, the potential customer now goes to the opponent. So all the stuff that Google lacks, Perplexity lacks, Copilot lacks, OpenAI will pick those customer base up. Definitely if they already like ChatGPT and it's giving them the answers they want. Now, if you add a web browser to that, not only are you giving me, but now it's even more detailed and more accurate, because sometimes Google isn't that accurate as I would like it to be. It really isn't. I still use it. I still like it a lot, but it's better than it was. But when you're comparing it to like a ChatGPT, man, it's night and day. And I immediately, when they did this, I started looking. I'm like, man, how can I invest? Because I already know this gonna blow up. You can tell the way all the other billion-dollar companies are getting and feeding right into this. You could tell it's about to be so big, bro. So in that case, you need to learn, like, how can I get a piece of this pie? And then the founder, Sam Altman, he's coming out and saying, man, this is making people very intelligent. You're able to do stuff in a day that it took you 60 days to do. I said, wow, so you're able to save me time. And time is the best asset in the world. And that's what I'm willing to pay top dollar for. That being said, tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. What do you think about OpenAI releasing a new web browser called Atlas? Yes, to compete with Gemini's or Google's Gemini, Google's Chrome, and Microsoft Copilot. Yeah. I think that it's a perfect idea to get into the race, because you're already there. Because I feel like OpenAI started with the ChatGPT bots. Gemini was right behind it. Copilot was right behind it. And they're both all great. Grok is right behind it. I'm not going to be surprised and I think Elon should do the same thing. Utilize everything. You take all those customer base that you have on Twitter and create Grok. You already made Grok. Now make a web browser, bro. It's the time. Just do it fast and let them slowly build on it. I'll be honest. This is the future, man, and I'm really for it. I hope everything goes good in this aspect, but I use Google Chrome. I hate Safari, bro. I have a MacBook. I have Apple everything, and I hate Safari. I don't use it. I use Google Chrome everything because Google is just better than Safari. They can fix that. They just choose not to, which is okay. Now your customer base goes to the person with the least resistance. But now you got OpenAI, which is going to be between those two. So I'm going to have two web browsers, OpenAI and Google Chrome. Now, I'm not going to search up anything private because, you never know who has that information. But then again, and nothing's ever secret. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section for real, because this is very interesting. And I want to know if you're invested into Google, Microsoft, because if you invested young, you rich as hell now. And I want to be one of the first investors on the OpenAI because I just know it's the future. Imagine when those big tech companies come out the woodwork like Amazon. Amazon wasn't a thing at one point, and then it became a thing, and then it went crazy. This is the next Amazon. OpenAI. This is the next Amazon, bro, but bigger. This is actually bigger than Amazon. And hey, I'm telling you, this is way bigger than the next Amazon. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video for YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy, Savage. Let's go. Peace.